Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 8 Baby Uberhood Challenge. Today we're joining Lilith and the rest of the family in the beautiful Belladonna Cove. This is a work in progress. You might see it looks a little bit different to normal. This is my made over Belladonna Cove, which I'm actually still working on. You'll see like some of the lots are done, some of them not so much. So I'm hoping to have this completed in the next few months and actually get it out for download, but it's not available just yet. But if you like the lots, many of them are available on my Tumblr, so yeah, feel free to have a look at that if you're interested in the city. In the meantime though, let's join Lilith and get on with the challenge. I've moved her in with Malcolm. I did have to use cheats for this because if we look, Lilith is pregnant. So with the unborn baby, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 Sims. So yeah, I used cheats. I used I think it's the larger families mod, and I moved everyone in with the Sim Blender. So it should all work, but that's what's going on there. Yeah, and this is a house I made over quite a while ago. It is available for download, so I'll try and remember to include a link in the description. And you can see they're living in the fancy hills of Belladonna Cove. We've got the DeBatto family living next door, and we've got the Rutherfords down the street as well. So a lot of high society types around here. So yeah, we'll see how Lilith fits into this kind of socialite society. I think it might be a little bit of an adjustment for her. I went with Landgrab for the family name because I think Lilith is going to be taking Malcolm's name for now. But I don't think the kids are going to be renamed just yet, you know, if the marriage lasts. Anyway, let's load up the family and get them settled in. So here we have the Pleasant Landgrab, or Landgrab Pleasant new house, which, as I've said, it is available for download on my Tumblr. I'll include a link in the description. But of course the family have just moved in, and I think this house probably doesn't have enough bedrooms for everyone, so we're gonna have to do a quick little renovate and make it a little bit more everyone's style. Lilith does have a bunch of furniture in her inventory from her old place. I'm not sure how much of it we're going to use because, you know, we're rich now. We're with Malcolm Landgrab, and I'm sure he doesn't want a bunch of, you know, cheap tat all over the house. So we're probably going to decorate it more in Malcolm's sort of style, which, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And I'll have to adjust the house a little bit to make sure we've got room for everyone. So I'll do a quick makeover on camera and bring you along, and let's get started on decorating, shall we? All right, I think I'm done for the moment. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do. So what I've done, I've basically kept the house as it was, but I've added this attic room, utilizing this upstairs space for Carmilla. Now, I haven't gone crazy with Carmilla's room, partly because, I don't know, I just wasn't sure what sort of things she should have, because she's still a character who is like growing up. So I've given her a few, little fancier things, I suppose. But I didn't want to go too crazy with it just yet because we're still learning about Carmilla. She's got her insect collection here. Maybe I'll add something just to make this look a little bit more, prettier. Yeah, something like that. The idea is we can fill this out as we get to know her. I got the now that we've got a bit more space, she gets a actual coffin to sleep in, which I think is so fun. The idea that like Lilith was doing bed shopping and they had coffins for sale. I don't know. This is an IKEA coffin. I thought about making this into a bathroom, but I couldn't be bothered. I just want to start playing. So, it's a little bit of a work in progress, but that's okay. And then downstairs, we've got this main kind of kids area. We've got exercise bike, one of these, dollhouse, chess, etc. This room was already decorated for a child, so I've decided Iago can have this room, especially since it was quite sporty. This was decorated for a teenage girl. I've rearranged it to fit two Sims in, so we've got a bed for Pandora and a bed for Mimi. Since they are friends, I think they wouldn't mind sharing. I did consider putting Pandora upstairs, but I don't know, it just seemed easier this way. Like I said, I think these two are quite close friends at the moment, so they probably wouldn't mind sharing. We'll see how that develops. And then over here is Lilith and Malcolm's room. I didn't really make a lot of changes here, but I did put this was Damien's desk locator. But, it's like Lilith's got a little photo of her son, which is cute. And I put her tarot cards here as well, because that's something she likes, isn't it? And then downstairs, no real changes. I changed the downstairs bedroom to be Dudley's. I'm wondering now if maybe this should have been Lilith and Malcolm's, but I feel like they'd want to be near the kids. The nursery I made a little bit bigger and put this little picture of Lilith with Carmilla in there. So yeah, all in all, the house came furnished already. It was decorated in a real rich person style, and I feel like Malcolm, he isn't really the type to even bother bringing all of his furniture with him. A lot of stuff he just, he's like, oh, I'll buy more furniture when I get there, because he can just kind of afford to do that. And I think a lot of stuff he had probably didn't have that much sentimental value, although I did bring his family photos, like these ones of his parents and these of the previous Malcolms, which I didn't make these came with the lot I downloaded for him, their custom paintings. I did have a bunch of office furniture for him, and I wasn't sure where to put it because, Sims can just work out of a bedroom, but it didn't seem very dignified for an adult. And then I realized they have this garage space. And I mean, this isn't really that dignified for someone like Malcolm, who's meant to be really wealthy, but I decided he can work out of here. People do build like offices down the back of their garden if they work from home a lot, right? And Malcolm seems like that would work for him. I mean, in reality, he's a business owner, so he doesn't actually work from home. I mean, Sims almost never work from home, really, do they? But I like the aesthetic of it, the idea of him having like tried to make this garage into like a little makeshift office. I think it's quite nice, actually. It's a bit bigger than, he doesn't really need this much space, and especially because he probably won't actually even be using it. But, it looks the part, and that's what matters. And then, yeah, that's it. That's everyone already, all moved in. It's Monday, 6 o'clock. So let's get started. Right. And Lilith, you're wearing the wrong clothes again. And of course, Mimi and Dudley need to claim their desks. They are coming up a little bit younger than Pandora, but I imagined them being around the same age as her, so I'm just going to adjust that with the Sim Blender. Let's just make Mimi a little bit older. She's got 9 days left. How many does Pandora have? Only 4! Oh my god. Okay, so we need to make these two 5 days older. 5 days older. Dudley. There we go. And hopefully Lilith will be able to have the baby. I'm suddenly worrying. I'm like, wait, what if the game won't let her have it because the house is full? I guess we'll find out if that happens. I'm just going to put down the hacked clothing rack so that she can actually change her clothes. Put her in a everyday. And yeah, let's get started playing, everyone. I realise now we've got these moving boxes here because I wanted to, you know, set the scene a little bit. I guess we'll put these back in Lilith's inventory for now. I like the idea actually that maybe she has like put her stuff into storage, which, you know, she could just sell it all or get rid of it, but who knows. I think Lilith is quite a security oriented person. Perhaps she's, you know, just wants to make sure she still has her old furniture just in case. Ah, Dudley is interacting with Nemo. What are you wanting to do? Oh, snuggle. Okay, that's cute. I do want to make sure he, you know, is indoors. Oh, and Malcolm and Iago are hugging. Wow, it's all working out. Mimi's grabbed Pandora for a noogie. Okay, well, I guess this relationship's starting to sour already, is it? Potentially. Don't like that she's got a bolt with Dudley. No step-sibling romance on my watch. Oh, is Iago and Carmilla feuding? Oh dear. Right, what's going on in here? Oh no, for goodness sake, this is literally Dudley's room. You have a bedroom, it's upstairs. Okay, I'm just gonna allow it because who cares? My old Dudley is being such a good stepbrother. Well, future stepbrother, they're not married yet. To little Nemo here. I guess actually I did forget to include Dudley, Nemo's like toddler bed. And I've given, you know, we've got an actual crib here, but it's nice to have those just for, you know, when they put themselves to bed. So let's just quickly put that somewhere. Yes, here it is, the toddler bed. This is actually a pet bed, of course. Yeah, let's just pop that in the hallway because we've got a bunch of nursery type stuff here. So I think it makes sense. Oh, and we've got these toys as well. Let's just shove some of these down. Okay, well, they seem to be getting on, at least. Okay, you two, whatever. Carmilla just on her own as always. And it's now night time. And I notice, yeah, Dudley's still doing all the childcare. What's going on with that? I wonder if Dudley is taking on kind of Damien's old role. It's interesting because I think he is meant to be kind of a slacker. In fact, I wonder if we should give Dudley and Mimi some traits because I haven't done this. I haven't done it for Malcolm either. Yeah, let's do traits real quick. I've got some ideas for them while we're here. This is just going to be headcanon, of course, but I'm going to give Malcolm the snob trait because I think he's from this high society. I'm going to give him family-oriented because I notice he has all these pictures of his family and I feel like living up to the family name and his legacy is something that's quite important to him. And we're going to give him workaholic because, yeah, he has a fortune sim, he loves to work. And we're going to give him proper because I think he does care about propriety and kind of doing the right thing for people. And then we've got Dudley here. In the Sims Busting Out, he lives in a trailer and is like kind of a lazy character. And we're going to give him couch potato and hot-headed because he's quite argumentative. And I'm also going to give him Daredevil just for a bit of flavour. I could give him more traits, but for now, that's what I've got. And then Mimi, I could have gone either way with Mooch and Couch Potato. I think this could have gone either way round for them both. But the idea is both the twins are a little bit lazy and spoiled. So that's her. I think she's a bit more mean-spirited than Dudley. He just can get a little bit angry, whereas she is sometimes just kind of cruel, I think. She can be a bit of a bully. And then we're going to give her Party Animal, because I think in the Sims console game, there's a lot of missions with her involving throwing parties, and Diva, because that just suits her to me. So yeah, neither of them are super great people. I think neither of them have very many Oh, Dudley actually has a lot of nice points. Was that intentional? I don't remember. I might have randomized their personalities, actually. I can't remember. But it'll do, it'll do. Right, you two, can you get out of Dudley's bed, please? And learn which bed is actually yours. Meanwhile, these two, it's nice to see hanging out, because... Oh, what's happening? Okay, there's her belly bump. Lovely. God, this is actually going to be such a... As a household, I feel like this is just going to be a lot to deal with. But, you know, we'll see how long this relationship lasts. And, of course, the teenagers will be going to college soon enough. We've got 4 days with them, which doesn't feel like enough, honestly. But I guess that's The Sims 2 for you. These things, they're over in a blink of an eye. What is Nemo still being looked after by? Oh, this is cute. You know, I really didn't see this coming as a relationship, but it's quite endearing, isn't it? Aww. Lilith. I want Lilith to change her hairstyle, actually, because, you know, we've got the wedding coming up. That's probably not going to be this episode, maybe next episode. Yeah, I just want to get everyone settled in first. So we're going to change her appearance and have her, you know, pretend she's grown her hair out a little bit since the disastrous haircut in Blue Water Village that we salvaged. So let's just sort something else out for her. For the actual wedding, I wonder if maybe she would have a super long hair with like extensions. Maybe, I mean, maybe not this one, but, you know, something like it. Get that real like Evanescence, you know, gothic wedding look, you know, something like this for the actual wedding, I think could be nice. But in terms of how fast she'd be able to grow it, I want to keep it somewhat realistic. I was thinking maybe this one. This one really looks like hair that's grown out to me, and I also think it really, really suits her. It's got a kind of slightly like emo scene kid look to it. It's got the short bangs, which I think is quite, you know, punky. And yeah, I think this is what we're going to go with. Okay, she likes it. That's great. And she's liking hearing Malcolm play the piano. Okay, well, Carmilla, not a fan of this not a fan of this piano playing. But he is gaining skills, so that's something. I wonder if the kids should get like fancy makeovers. Actually, I guess not, because I mean it's not like Mimi and Dudley are super dressed up. We'll keep them how they are. Okay, let's focus. Let's focus. Let's get Nemo potty trained. Dudley, you can leave him alone. Pandora. This is like her comfort thing. It's like new house, new bathroom. But we're always going to be playing pirates. Lovely. I'm glad you're having fun, Pandora. Do you like the new bathroom? It is quite fancy, isn't it? Come on. There we go. Get that baby on the toilet. And with this hair, she looks a lot younger. I'm thinking if at the start of the story Lilith was about 15, and now she's got a kid in college, she must be about 35 by now. That makes the most sense to me. Yeah, she looks like she could be 35. I mean, it's The Sims. The age is never going to completely make sense, but... Okay, brilliant. Has he learned to toddler? Has he learned to toddler? What skills does he still need? Well, he wants to be tickled by Lilith and played with. Has he learned? He's learned to walk, but not to talk. Okay. Let's move over here. You two, Nemo. Because he's not tired yet. No, he's not. And we can focus on teaching him to walk up here, I think. And Malcolm, why don't you fix up dinner? Actually, wait, obviously, Malcolm does not need to cook, does he? That's not his style at all. He should be getting the butler to do it. And where is the butler? The butler is missing. I think basically I've probably forgotten to add the butler. Or maybe the butler doesn't carry over from the last household. But either way, let's put down a phone and double check if we need to get a butler. In the meantime, does anyone in this bloody house have any cooking skill at all other than Lilith? No, it's just Lilith. Well, we'll have Lilith cook something to eat after she's done teaching them. Yes. We'll serve Grandma's comfort soup. Someone will come over in the morning. Okay, so for now, get everyone looking at the phone. Whatever, it's just a telephone. Calm down, everyone. Oh, and we've got the exercise bike. Alright, why don't you go look at that? And she does want to get a job in the athletic career. I wonder about that. That could be good for her. Let's have a look at jobs. Although she is a D student, so they might not even let her. There we go. Yeah, as a D student, I'm not sure if Pandora would actually qualify, but, you know, it's a nice idea. With this hair, actually, Lilith and Pandora look kind of alike, don't they? And Lilith has this want to woohoo in a closet, which I do think is funny. The only closet is in Dudley's room, so stop trying to woohoo in Dudley's room. What do you want, Iago? What does your brother want? Oh, to be read a book. Oh, cute. That's lovely. Oh, Pandora, you're such a good sister sometimes, when you want to be. Where is this going to happen? Oh, there's a bookcase here. You know, there was one up here, but sure, you know, let's take the longest route possible. There we go. Oh, this is so adorable. Aww. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, Lilith, are you gonna sort out dinner for everyone? Serve dinner. Okay, perfect, perfect. Let's work on that. How is Nemo? Does he need putting to bed? Yes. I guess he could actually just go to sleep. Oh, wait, no, okay. I guess Malcolm wants to do it. Oh, it's good to see Malcolm, you know, being a somewhat involved step-parent. And he did give Iago a big hug earlier as well. That's nice to see. What are his relationships like with the kids? Oh yeah, you'll see in his friendships. In the game, if you have ball prop switched on, which I always do, there's this option to make a sim your contact, which uses whatever system it is in Nightlife. And so I felt like Malcolm would have business contacts in Belladonna Cove. So I took some of the Belladonna Cove characters and just gave Malcolm a connection to them. We've got Marissa Cleveland, who's very old money. And I think Jeff Rutherford, I think he is like related to Marissa, so he would know him as well. And then we've got Armand DeBatto, who's a businessman in the area, who's pretty old money and I think lives next door. And then we've got Ramir Patel, who I think is a local politician. And as we know about Malcolm, he likes to have the local politicians in his pockets. So yeah, I felt like that made sense for him. And actually, it might be nice to throw a party with all of them at some point so that we can kind of get to know everyone in the neighborhood. I guess we'll do that tonight. Malcolm technically is unemployed because he's a business owner. I kind of don't know if I want to have him be actually unemployed though. I think playing the Open for Business packs is going to be a bit too much of a distraction. So what I might do instead is give him a job in the business career, because then he can also bring home other business people from work, which would be nice. So let's see. Business. Okay. Let him sleep. Let the baby sleep. Mimi, don't you dare disturb that child. Stay away. Ignore. Why don't you go downstairs? Malcolm, you literally just put the baby to bed. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Dudley, why are you Oh my lord, stop it, everyone. No, Malcolm, I swear. Okay. Executive assistant. I think he should be higher than that. I'll take the job. Okay. Put him in the crib. This is going to be an absolute nightmare, isn't it? And then, yeah, I think we're going to put him at level 10. because he is meant to be a business tycoon, that feels fitting. Everyone leave the bloody baby alone. I'm gonna lock this door if you don't all just calm down. Literally everyone, please go eat. Pandora, you can have some plasma juice. Do not eat the food. Malcolm, you too. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. Right, okay. Leaving him alone. Leaving him alone, aren't we? Aren't we? Dudley, I swear. Eat the food. Let's get everyone down here. Where are you, Pandora? Pandora! Oh my lord. What did I say about leaving the baby alone? Stop it. Go eat. Please, please, please go eat. Don't ask her to read you another book. Go eat. Oh, he wants to invite Pauline over. I might lock that. I think that's cute. It's fine. I'm sure we'll all get used to the crib situation. Ah, right. Family dinner. And we've even got Carmilla joining. Not sitting down, but unfortunately they don't sit down for drinking the juice, so it'll have to do. Oh, this is so nice. The first pleasant land grab family dinner. And almost everybody is a slob. Except Malcolm, I think. Pandora just burping, you know. But yeah, they've got their first day at the new school tomorrow, so that's exciting. I wonder how they'll fit in. Obviously, the Sims do sometimes bring home Sims from completely different neighborhoods. I like to imagine maybe they do cultural exchanges, or not cultural exchanges, not like it's another country, but you know, maybe they have like projects with other schools. You know, they put on theatre shows. I guess they'd have sports games against each other. You know, don't worry about it. Oh, it's raining again. I feel like it's always raining in this game. Maybe it's just the season. Mimi, she still has this want to be friends with Malcolm, and it's kind of sad that they're not friends already. She's very close with Pandora, and she does like her brother. Yeah, no other friends in the family yet. I feel like she's shown a lot of interest in Lilith, so it would be nice to see them be friends as well. But it's interesting that she slightly dislikes Carmilla. That's the only member of the family that she's kind of like not feeling. She seems to like everyone else well enough, so I wonder what's going on there. Anyway, okay, she's going to read... Oh, it's a recipe book. So maybe she'll be interested in that. Oh yeah, Pandora, I was going to have you look for a job. Oh. Dudley, do you think you could come off the computer just for a moment and let Pandora have a little look? You could play the piano. Oh, no, you can't. Someone else is using it. Well, you can... What's the want here? Watch TV. Yeah, okay. Watch TV. Pandora, did I not tell you to... Don't play SSX. That's not what I wanted you to do. Find a job, please. Here we go. Journalism. No. I'm only going to get her one if it's sports. Although I said that. What is her lifetime want again? Oh yeah, to become mayor. So maybe if there's a politics job, she could take that as well. Oh my god, athletic, perfect. Right, let's take that. Oh, your grades need to improve before you can get a job. Okay, we'll have to make sure, get your grades up, Pandora. Sort your life out. But I'll lock this, or I'll lock going to college, because she might not really have time to join that career anyway. She does also want to get a charisma skill point, which is interesting. But for right now, it's already 6 AM. How did that happen? Let's get everyone into bed so they at least know which bed is theirs. Dudley, you can go to bed too. Just making sure everyone like learns the bed configuration. And then I'm pretty sure the kids will be up any minute anyway. Poor Nemo's awake, but there isn't anyone here to get him up. Oh, the school bus is arriving in an hour. How did I let the night get away from me? I guess no one was tired because they just moved in. Oh, poor Nemo. Actually, does Lilith have work? She's got all the skills she needs, but she does have the day off. Today and tomorrow, that's perfect. She'll have a good chance to kind of, you know, go around the city a little bit and get to know people. Meet a few new faces. Right, Pandora, you're awake and the school bus is going to come soon. So I'm actually going to, I'm really sorry, Pandora. I'm going to make you sort out Nemo. Right, and then quick, let's potty train that baby. Oh, she's so cute. And then we can go to school. Where are the other kids? Are you... Get up. Mimi, get up. You want to claim that desk and then get to school? Iago, wake up, go to school. How are we doing with this? Oh dear, everyone's running a bit late. Come on, get to school, guys. Get to school. Oh, we've got breakfast made. We'll have to get... We could get used to this. I could get used to this. Dudley, wake up! Oh, Lord, we're in trouble. Oh, how's he doing? How's he doing? Okay, he is there. He's getting there. Come on. Okay, quick, get to school. Pandora, get to school. Is he in the way? No. Oh no, she's late. Well, let's just walk then. Oh, and Malcolm's helicopter's here. I like that. It's like maybe the helicopter is taking him to Bluewater. Oh, and Armand de Bateau is here. I want to greet him. Oh no, but everyone's at school. Oh, Pandora, why don't you greet him? Because let's say that he's coming here for, you know, some sort of business reason. And then we're going to walk to school. Where was the option? Walk to school. Yeah. Malcolm, come on, hurry up. Okay, there he is. And actually, I feel like inviting Armand in the in context is a little bit of an odd move because Malcolm isn't even going to be here. He's at work. But maybe Malcolm wants Armand, who's like maybe an old school friend of his, to, you know, get to know his fiance. Maybe even keep an eye on her. You know, make sure she doesn't get up to anything weird in the house. Anyway, alright, we're off. We're getting the child support from John Mole. Love it. Off we go. Are we leaving? Are we off? Okay, there we go. Meow. Beautiful, beautiful. Goodbye, Malcolm. Right, Lilith, we've got the house to ourselves. Well, we've got baby Nemo, of course, to deal with. That's so mean. Poor Nemo. He's not, you know, he's not a problem to be dealt with. He's our lovely son. Anyway, let's wake up then, have some pancakes, and, you know, get ready for the day. We're also going to want to hire a nanny, since we are going to both, you know, Lilith and Malcolm are going to be working parents. I guess Lilith could just take some time off work. She does have vacation days saved up. But it would be nice. I'd like her to be able to... I think she's a bit pregnant at the moment. I want to take her to some community lots, though, to meet people. And Armand already leaving? Alright. She has one bolt of chemistry of the butler. So that's an option. It isn't really an option, because that isn't a pre-made sim. But, you know, it's sort of an option. He's swimming. Lovely. Where's the butler? I wish the butler was also a nanny. You know, it'd be so useful if they just also did childcare. The problem is, right, it's such a golden opportunity to... Oh no, for God's sake. I put this in here instead of a desk thinking it would still work. And of course we've got this stupid problem. Okay, well, you know what? Fine, we'll just put 2 small desks here instead. Yeah, twin desks like that. Fine, that will have to do. Yeah, I feel like this is such a golden opportunity for Lilith to... Yeah, you don't need to do that, Lilith. There's a butler now. To, you know, explore the neighbourhood and meet some people. And admittedly, she's pretty pregnant and she doesn't really need to go out. And Nemo is right here, probably needing attention. But, you know, for the challenge's sake, we're going to have her head out. Maybe they need some groceries. Maybe she needs to interview a potential nanny. You know, who knows? Who cares? Let's take her out somewhere. Perhaps the library. And will she go? Oh, she's going. I didn't think she would. Interesting. Maybe the butler does do childcare. Does the butler work as a nanny? That's huge if true. Oh, wait. Armand is running after us. Okay, really quickly. Let's listen to his joke. Or, you know, have a little chat with him. Introduce ourselves, I suppose. Right, so they're talking about friendship because, of course, Armand is an old friend of Malcolm's, according to my story. Yeah, they are also old business associates, and see, they're talking about work, some of the work they do together. Perhaps they're collaborating on the, you know, they're doing a big beach development project. Lilith asking about the local crime rates, or whether or not either of them are crooks, maybe. But he's denying it. He denies being a crook. Okay, they don't have especially good chemistry, so let's move on and walk to a community lot. Right, see you later, Armand. Oh, she looks so cute. And of course, I don't play with the community time mod in this challenge, so she'll only be gone for a minute. Okay, here we are. And first things first, I want to... The problem is, I don't want to... I'm just looking at who's here, and I don't want to ban everyone. Like, it would be so nice to catch up with Miranda. Although, are we even friends with Miranda? No. But I see Dirk is here, and I don't want to deal with Dirk right now. And Don Lothario, I also just don't see why he would be here. So I might ban all non-locals. Let's just wait for Lilith to spawn in before I, you know, ramble on and on. Right, here she is. Right, let's just quickly... We're going to spawn the visitor controller, and what we're going to do, we're going to ban townies, because I just don't have the patience to deal with them, and we're going to ban non-locals. You know, I guess it could have been nice to catch up with Mary Gavigan or Miranda, but, I mean, you know, do we really care about those people? Let's say goodbye. Pyong. Get out of here. Go away. Go away, everyone. Don Lothario, go away. No, Lilith, do not. Don Lothario, I know you might find him attractive. For some reason, you like brought him to event once, but you're not friends and he's not here, so there we go. Gone. Gone. Right. Who is here? I've got Samantha Cordial and Carlos Contender. Okay, let's head into the library and, you know, see what's going on. Oh, and we've got Justin Cleveland here playing chess. Let's just say hello to Carlos, who immediately fancies us. I guess, so Carlos is very much like the local, I don't know, is he a sleazebag? I guess we'll find out, won't we? But it looks like they do have some chemistry, so let's have a little chat. You know, just get to know each other. Oh, and Ramir Patel is here. He is an associate of Malcolm's, so it'd be good to get to know him too. All right, and Carlos is also, he's a retired sports legend. And Lilith is, of course, a fan of sports. You know, let's pretend her sports enthusiasm is a little higher. But it is something she's interested in, so maybe she would have grown up watching Carlos. Carlos may even be a contemporary of her father, because her dad, you know, Daniel, you know, he's an old man now, and we're playing with this like staggered timeline where Lilith is a lot older than she would be. So Carlos, he might have retired fairly recently. Is he even retired? He might not be retired actually, but you know, Carlos, yeah, for those not in the know, I'll just make him selectable for a moment so we can read his bio. Carlos, why do you want to talk with Dirk so much? Never mind Dirk. Yeah, it says he thinks a lot about his boxing days and what could have been, but there's nothing like a new romance to make him feel young again. So he is a Hall of Famer. He's at the very top of the sports career, and it looks like he's not retired. So yeah, I feel like he is someone Lilith could be aware of, perhaps even a fan of, dare we say. I mean, we've got to make some excuses for romance to happen, so that's interesting. We'll talk to him for a bit, and then I would like to get to know some of these other people too. We've got Isabel Baldwin, we've got Ramir Patel. Oh no, Ramir, don't leave, because Ramir, of course, is an associate of Malcolm's. He's in politics, so maybe Lilith would be trying to mingle a little bit with high society. We could even tell a story about fame to try and... Oh no, let's say hi to Geoff Rutherford as well. I'm like, let's just take advantage in the moment and get to know as many people as we can. We'll greet him and we'll tell him a story about fame. Alright. Okay, he didn't like it. I think Lilith isn't that good at mingling with these high society types just yet, but, you know, we'll keep working on it. Maybe we could talk about our hobbies. Oh, and this is... Carlos is the uncle, I think, of Isabel Waldwin, so these two are family members, so it makes sense that they'd be hanging out too. Let's see, what do you think of our cooking tales, Ramir? Okay, he's into it. Maybe some new cuisine ventures in town. What are we asking? Oh, okay, she's going to play catch with him. Okay. Not sure you should be doing this while pregnant, but it's up to you, Lilith, isn't it? The library was a good shout, honestly, for... Oh, look, there's Anna Patel. That's his wife. So she's pregnant, actually. And wearing some very, like, you know, for, like, the politician's wife, and she's just wandering around like this. It's not that dignified, is it? I'll have to play them and make sure the pregnancy progresses. But, oh, that means she and Anna, you know, both pregnant at the same time. They could get to know each other. That might be cute. I always feel like I want Lilith to have more female friends, but I'm so focused on, you know, the challenge, and you're only in town for like a week. So it's like, you've just got to get the romances done and then get out. But, you know, if we take the challenge a little bit more slowly, it might be nice to get to know Anna, and, you know, maybe we could even befriend her. Although I don't know if they have anything in common. We'll see. But let's say hello to her. And especially because, you know, she is his wife, so if she's just been talking to her husband, you know, it makes sense that he might introduce them. And let's just have a little chat and get to know each other. I will say, I think the Patels are very pretty Sims. They've got, you know, cute faces. I mean, honestly, a lot of Belladonna Cove Sims have, like, quite interesting looks. But yeah, I think Anna is just stunning. Gorgeous, gorgeous Sim. Yeah, let's get to know each other. I wish freeway conversations were a thing in this game outside of just hanging out. You know, I know you can hang out and they all sit on the floor, but it doesn't quite feel... right? Okay, they're not getting along so far. Very different opinions on the Belladonna Cove climate, apparently. Is Carlos still here? He is. I do feel like... I don't know. Obviously, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, you know. I don't think Lilith has a wandering eye at the moment. I think she's still quite excited about Malcolm. But I see potential with Carlos Contender, and I don't like that I see potential with him, because I feel like it's almost giving daddy issues, right? Because he's like an old sports star, and he's like got romance sim tendencies. I think he's actually a popularity sim, but his bio makes it sound like he's a romance sim. I don't know, it feels weird, but I also feel like there's something there. There's potential. You can't, you know, I see the potential. Maybe we could tell him a story about sports. Let's try that. Everybody just eating crisps. This isn't really what I imagined when I decorated this library, but fine. Maybe she's going to talk about her kids. If he's a Hall of Famer, you know, her kids, some of them are quite sporty, some of them are, you know, Damien is probably in university sports, so maybe she's telling him a little story about that, and, you know, he looked interested, sort of interested. We're not going to go into, like, flirting or anything just yet, but, yeah, interesting. Let's say hi to Samantha as well while we're here. I'm not sure what Lilith and Samantha would have in common. I think, if anything, Lilith would get along better with Samantha's twin, Kimberly. But, you know, she got along with Juliet. Samantha is... I don't really remember Samantha's personality, but I imagine her as like a kind of crunchy, bohemian, kind of hippie type. So, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they'd have some stuff in common. Lilith's talking about her kids. I don't think Samantha, you know, has any kids yet, but... she probably likes children, and they're talking about work. Again, I don't remember what Samantha's career is, to be honest, but okay, they seem to be getting along. Lilith doesn't, you know, she's new in town, she doesn't have any friends yet, she's just looking to meet some people. And I feel like, compared to these kind of high society types, she might have more in common with someone like Samantha. Or maybe not, now we're talking about the environment. Yeah, well, you know, we're making progress. Should we get to know Isabel? Maybe not. Who do we like the most so far out of everyone? Carlos and Samantha. She did actually hit it off quite well with Samantha, despite the hit they took when talking about the environment. Oh, look at these two, husband and wife playing chess together. So cute, so cute. And Armand is playing chess with Justin, and I think Justin is interested in Armand's daughter, so maybe he's like, what are your intentions towards my daughter? Okay, and now we're going to talk to Isabel, who's got a joke for us. Okay, we're socializing without even needing to direct her. Okay, and it was funny. Ah, it's nice to see Lilith. She's doing a little, and we're getting compliments. I guess people have heard of her because she's like Malcolm's fiance, and I feel like that's the sort of thing you would read about in magazines, right? Oh, let's buy a magazine. Why not? Though Lilith famously, she's not into celebrity gossip. Let's buy something though. I love the animation Sims have for looking through magazines. Look at it. It's fun. Go buy a magazine, Lilith. Oh, we can't because Carlos is in the way. Well, get out the way. Right, what have we got here? There's Rat Race. The work, finances. I feel like this is probably the magazine Malcolm reads, but I don't know if Lilith, even though she is marrying him, I don't know if she wants to buy into the whole rat race lifestyle. Oh, this one, that's like a lifestyle one. Highbrow review. Political analysis and culture. I feel like this could be interesting to her, though she doesn't really care about environmentalism, as we've learned. The Young Sim magazine, that's cute for the kids. Superstar Report, I think this one probably has articles in it about Lilith and Malcolm, you know, their upcoming wedding. It's probably talk of the town that Malcolm Landgrab has moved to Belladonna Cove and is marrying this, like, woman who comes from nothing and has all these children. You know, I bet it's, pretty scandalous. And then, aliens. I can't remember if Lilith likes aliens, but I feel like maybe she would be a little bit interested in conspiracy theories to do with them after what happened with John Mole. Maybe she'd be wanting to scan the news for any kind of information about that. Yeah, she's not super interested in sci-fi, but she is very interested in the paranormal. And yeah, I feel like, oh, he made a gesture as if he was saying hello. Let's go say hello to him. Don't leave. Okay. He's leaving. Maybe we could talk a little bit more with Samantha. I would just really like Lilith, like I said, to have some actual female friends. I think that would be fun. Let's gossip with her. Maybe talk about cooking. Who are we gossiping about? Our own son? Lilith, come on. This is terrible. Oh, and her sister Kimberly is here. Oh, but she's walking straight past. Oh, but I know it's not really realistic for Sims to just rush outside. But I feel like Lilith and Kimberly, so Samantha and Kimberly Cordial, they're sort of meant to be like a parody of the Pleasant twins. I can't help but want Lilith to get to know them. I feel like it would be so fitting. So let's go say hi to her. You know, don't these two just seem like they would be besties? Oh no. Is she about to get robbed? Kimberly, no. No, Kimberly. Oh no. Poor Kimberly. That wasn't ideal. Oh, she's leaving. Well, I guess she did just get her wallet stolen. Alright, well, I guess we're not going to be besties with her yet. Maybe that's something that will happen. And I do just want to get to know Samantha a little bit more. I feel like they just have, I see the friend potential, you know. Let's gossip a little bit. And then now that it's getting dark, we'll probably head off. Stop gossiping about your own son, Lilith. Outrageous. Right, and since it's getting dark, I mean, it won't be dark when we actually go home, but, you know, I think it's getting later and we're probably going to want to head home and have something to eat that isn't just crisps. This is the library, by the way. I didn't really show it, but this is the upstairs section. We've got this area for talks, a little children's room. This is the secret witch room, which I don't know if witches will feature too heavily in the story, but I suppose you never know. we'll see if anything happens with that, because I think Samantha and her sister are set up to kind of become witches, so that could be interesting. I suppose we'll see. All right, but we're home. Right, so the butler does count as childcare, but I haven't seen him do any childcare. Oh no, Wolf. No. Leave us alone, Wolf. How's Nemo doing? He's hungry, so we'll get him a bottle. Oh, that's so interesting, but I don't think they would meet. Ceres Beaker, you can see, most cursed genetics ever. She looks exactly like Loki. Anyway, no, we're not going to have that happen because I just don't. I like the idea, to be honest. As I do get a lot of questions about Tank Grunt, you know, how's he doing? Would Pandora want to meet him? And actually, I think she would, especially now that Lilith's impending marriage is in the papers and everything. I think it must be common knowledge that she's in Belladonna Cove, right? You wouldn't need a private investigator or anything to find that out. So actually, what if, now that Lilith's location is known to him, Tank Grunt tracked her down? No, I'm sorry, you can't keep bringing these Strange Town kids home with you. Yeah, this is a little bit spur of the moment, but let's have Tank come over. Because I did consider making this more of a machinima, but I feel like it's just too, you know, we've got to focus on the challenge itself. And I think sometimes I get so in my head about wanting to make everything like a story and, you know, have like all these machinima scenes, you know, you can only fit so much in, and we don't really get a chance for these moments to breathe. So I think we're gonna wait a moment, Tank, but we'll summon him in a little bit. So the kids are all getting home. Let's just make sure the desks work. Oh, Lilith. But I'm just gonna bump her energy up a little bit so we can do this. I'm gonna summon Tank over, and we're gonna say he's come over to speak to Lilith. And what we're going to do is we're gonna argue. Is argue an option? Where is it? Irritate, argue, yeah. So basically, Tank Grunt, he's shown up, he's on our doorstep wanting to see his daughter. Oh, and he's just marching straight into the house. I mean, yeah, because I teleport. He's marching straight into the house, and he's gonna talk to us about, you know, everything. They haven't seen each other since they were teenagers, and I think Lilith would be a little bit mad that he's tracked her down. I think Tank, meanwhile, is kind of angry that she ran away and has kept his daughter from him. Because, and we're falling out of love. Because, you know, the thing is, you know, the two of them, they were very in love once, but after Lilith ran away and didn't want to marry him, you know, I think he took it quite hard and probably isn't super happy to see in the paper that she's had a bunch more kids and now is marrying some millionaire when she said no to his proposal all those years ago. But of course, it's been so many years now. It's been about over 20 years since not 20 years, I don't know, 15 years since they saw each other. So they're both like incredibly different people now. And ultimately, I think, even though Lilith is kind of annoyed at his entitlement as she sees it, she maybe appreciates that she did do wrong by not letting him see his kids and not staying in touch with him. You know, he has probably a right to meet Pandora. So while they're not getting on at the moment and they're pretty pissed off with each other, he's very annoyed that she would say no to his proposal but then marry Malcolm all these years later. And she's annoyed with him for, you know, being judgmental and not accepting that it's been 15 years. Of course she's moved on. Like, why would she still be hung up on him? And meanwhile, Carmilla wants to bring Ralph Picasso home from school. Is that okay? Ralph Picasso is from Strange Town, but I think I already said they know each other because I forgot they were living in Strange Town. So yeah, whatever, it's fine. So with all of this in mind, I think we're going to introduce him to his daughter. God, the amount of chemistry they have, I have to be careful with this. Partly why I'm having them argue is I Oh, okay, the butler has been serving food. Yeah, I do not want these two to immediately start having an affair, which I'm worried will happen because their chemistry is so high. But yeah, let's... they're all swarming the children. That's classic. Let's have him meet his daughter. Where's the option to introduce? Okay, it isn't showing up as an option, so what we'll do is we'll influence him to talk to Pandora, and they will meet. Oh, Iago's brought a school project home. Yeah, so as the kids are all getting home, Lilith is just in the hallway arguing with this strange man. And I guess things are settling down, and now they're talking a little bit about what they've been up to. You know, Lilith's been going all over the world. Tank, he is still working, I think, in the military career. After she left Strangetown, he did enlist, which is what his father wanted for him. And Lilith, I think she would be a little bit disappointed to hear that Tank just went along with his father's wishes and joined the military. She really hoped that he would do something else with his life. I don't think Lilith is a huge fan of the military, which is one of the reasons she didn't want to marry him in the first place all those years ago. But yeah, we're sending him to go, and Lilith is really tired, so we'll have her go to bed. And where is Pandora? Here she is. Can you all get out of this bloody room? I don't know why they insist on swarming this poor baby, but I'm not having it. Everyone move. I see this bladder thing over your head, so leave the child alone and go to the toilet. What is wrong with Sims? Why do they do this? Right, so Pandora is going to meet her father. And I think, unlike Lilith, she probably thinks it's quite cool that he's in the military, because Pandora is quite boisterous and she wants to kind of take over the world someday. And also she's quite sporty and active, so I feel like she would be quite impressed with him. Obviously, she's going to have a ton of questions for him about kind of where he's been all her life, why he didn't kind of stick around for her. And maybe Tank would just straight up say, like, yeah, your mum, like, didn't let me know where you were and has, like, kept me out of your life, and I'm kind of pissed off about it. Because I don't think Tank would beat around the bush or be very subtle about it. He's just like, yeah, your mum, like, oh, look, and she's sad about it. I mean, she's sad about her homework, but, you know, what if she was sad because she hasn't got to have a relationship with her father? What if we asked him for homework help? Oh, we're not allowed to. Well, all right. And so I'd like them to kind of get to know each other a little bit better. So let's talk. We could talk about our fitness hobby and maybe tell a few jokes. Oh no, they're arguing. He doesn't like her outfit. Well, to be fair, I don't think she likes her outfit very much either. But, you know, she's trying to be a bit more high society, and, you know, Mimi likes how it looks, and she's kind of going along with what Mimi says. But okay, they're talking about fitness. They seem to have that in common, and now I'm going to tell them a little joke. It's so, actually, now that I'm looking at Tank and her, they look so alike, right? It's crazy. I mean, obviously she's a girl, so they look a little bit different, but, you know, the eyes are so similar. I think the nose and mouth are quite similar. It's really nice to see them finally meeting, and he's even wearing the same colour as her. She does need the toilet though, so let's go. This poor baby. Can everyone please just, like, actually help him? I thought when everyone was mobbing the baby, they were actually, you know, doing something, being helpful. Malcolm and Armand are hanging out. Okay. This poor baby. Oh my god. Okay, Dudley. Never mind. The baby does need you. Apparently the butler is completely incompetent. Oh god, he's nearly gonna die because all these people can't bloody look after. You know what? I can't bear it. I'm gonna just bump his needs up a little bit. Poor kid. Everyone please get a grip. And if you're going to bother the kid, I'm gonna need to get that mod that, like, stops kids from doing this. But if someone could just get him a bottle, that would be really good. Right, there we go. Pandora's talking to Dudley. That is cute, but what if you talk to Tank a bit more? Maybe you could read a book with him, or, you know, just sit down next to him and have a chat. Let's let Nemo out. What are you so mad about? Honestly. These Sims. No, Iago, that is not your bed. Go sleep in your actual bed. Mimi, you go to bed too. I can't handle all these Sims. I can't wait for everyone to go to college. Pandora's gonna play piano for her father, who she just met. I don't think she's ever played piano in her life. Oh, but she actually sounds quite good. Okay. Alright, go off. Wait, has Pandora got a bunch of creativity skills? She does. Don't remember where she even picked that up, but okay. Right, Nemo, have you finally eaten? Yes, okay, amazing. Lilith, wake up and potty train the child. Oh, Lord, what's happening? Oh, it's baby time. Okay, well, we'll have to potty train Nemo in a minute. Oh, great. Armand is here. Where's Malcolm? Oh, here he is. Malcolm's here to help. Question mark? Oh no, he's going to bed. Malcolm, come on. The kids are all running. Everyone else is just like, whatever. Tank's here. Oh, cute. It's a redhead. It's a baby boy. Oh, we're finally breaking our streak of... We had boy, girl, boy, girl, boy. And I was so sure it would be a girl again. Okay, it's a boy. And I think a redheaded boy. Let's have a little think about names. So I think, obviously Malcolm, he wants a son called Malcolm, right? Because he's got this family history of always naming the children Malcolm, right? But he just went to bed. He's gone to bed and he missed the birth. And I think Lilith doesn't especially want to call the kid Malcolm. You know, we've already had all these other Malcolms, and, you know, I don't think it's just not Lilith's style to name the kid Malcolm, in my opinion. So instead, we're gonna go with Ambrose, which I think has a gothic sound to it. And if I'm remembering right, it's the name of the guy from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I only watched the first season of. There was a character called that, and he was kind of cool. I don't know. I've got a lot of names, like we've got Damien, Obsidian, Dorian, Adrian, Lucian, but they're kind of similar sounding, which I'd like to avoid. I think Ambrose is the most like upper class sounding, so she's not trying to say like, F you, Malcolm, I'm gonna name the child something ridiculous. It's still like an upper class name, but we're not naming him Malcolm. So we'll see how Malcolm responds to that when he wakes up. Maybe he'll be kind of pissed off. We'll see. There we go. Oh, Lilith's not feeling well. But the kids are all happy. Alright, and Malcolm's finally waking up. Why is Armand even here? Look, if you could all just calm down for a minute. Let's put the baby in the crib. I don't think we're gonna get Nemo to the potty at this point, but I'll try. Yeah, please do say goodbye to hugging Armand instead of your he's mad. Lilith, never mind that. Let's go argue with her. There's so many Sims. It's going to be a lot easier to manage this when they've gone to college, I'll say that. Right, so I think Malcolm would be a little bit annoyed with Lilith over this, you know, naming the kid not Malcolm. Like, I thought we talked about it. I thought we agreed that the baby was going to be little Malcolm Jr. And she's like, well, I don't remember agreeing to that. You said that. I don't want to call the kid Malcolm. It's a stupid name. He's like, what do you mean it's a stupid name? It's my name. And she's like, I just think it's a bit embarrassing just giving your kid the same name as you. It seems sort of egotistical. And so that you know, it's off to a bit of a disagreement on that. She's like, maybe Malcolm can be his middle name. And Malcolm isn't really satisfied with that, but he decides to leave it for now because he's tired and he doesn't want to deal with a big family argument. So we're going to get back into bed and we're not going to bother the baby. The kid does need changing, so Lilith, you're going to change Nemo's diaper and then put him to bed. And Pandora, you're going to go to bed. I'm losing my mind with all these Sims. I see where the game doesn't let you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Sims normally. It is a lot to deal with. I'm having a terrible time. But yeah, let's change Nemo's diaper and get him in bed. It's nice though that Pandora got a chance to meet her dad. I would like them to hang out more, but maybe I'll play Tank's family separately for that. There we go. He's getting in bed. Perfect. What else is going on? Aw, Camilla's playing. Cute. Let's just have a bath and then get into bed already. Oh, she's not actually tired. Well, in which case, I guess we could... We've got this want to be friends with Samantha. What if we give her a call? Who was it we wanted to call? Samantha. Yes. Let's just have a little chat with her. And I think they're pretty close to becoming friends, which I think would be really nice, you know, for Lilith to have some friends in the area that aren't quite so high society. Maybe, you know, just people she can relate to in town, I think would be nice. So, oh, and then she's got to want to be friends with Carlos, which I'm going to lock because I love the idea of that. You know, I feel like there's potential there. There is potential there. But, oh, Tank's coming downstairs. Maybe we can have a word with him. Is he leaving? No. Okay. Oh, she wants to toss the football with him. Okay, that's fine. He's not a fan of this vase. I guess he's thinking I can't afford a big vase. Okay. It's interesting that I made them argue so much, but they still have like gained relationship somewhat and seem to be getting on fine. I guess probably they want to get along for their kids' sake, if nothing else, so yeah, we'll see, we'll see. In the meantime, though, I think you need to take a bath. And how is Camilla? Is fine. She's loving life. Why don't you do your homework then? If you've got time to have fun. I'm gonna get the kids all on their homework for a change. Oh my god! Iago has never learned to do his homework. He's never had help studying. This is terrible. We've got to get on that. Tank, why don't you go home? Whatever. Tank, come on. Come on. I've done such a good job writing you like a breakup storyline. And now we're getting this. Both of you, stop it. This is why I didn't want to bring Tank back. I'm like, I just know he's going to cause problems. But I do think it's nice for Pandora to have a chance to know her father, and especially, you know, now that it's nearly time for college, you know, we've got to milk him for all he's worth. In fact, oh my god, we can turn child support on for her. Wait, can we? Yes, on. Switch that shit on. Let's start getting child support from everyone. Tank, would you move? Would you bloody move? Right. Right, okay, he's leaving. That's good, that's good. Not that I hate Tank or anything, but... Got to make the baby. Then we'll put him... Well, actually, I suppose we're not going to do this, because we've got a question from Iago to help him out with his homework. Oh, she's bringing the baby. That's cute. I'm sure she's just going to drop it on the ground, but maybe not. Oh, and Iago's thinking about his new sibling. Oh my god, she actually is going to sit here? Oh my god, how good is this? I didn't know they could do this. You know, help with homework while holding the baby. That's great. Okay. And Iago's got some sort of project he's working on, so having help will be good, because I think these take a little bit longer than normal homework. Ah, yeah, some sort of art project, I think. Yeah, I feel like Iago at times, he's kind of the forgotten middle child, for real. The fact that he hadn't already learned to do his homework, oh, it's a little bit glitchy. Well, the fact that he hadn't already got the homework skill, it kind of breaks my heart. The poor thing, he got a little bit lost in the shuffle with all the children, and maybe I remember originally, Lilith kind of had a hard time with Iago because he reminded her of Mercutio, and obviously she was still mourning him, so yeah, I don't know. It's nice to see them, you know, bonding a little bit more. Right, Mimi is doing awful, but she isn't even, like, she should be fine, I feel. She just needs to have some fun. She'll just sort something out when she wakes up. Pandora, you need to take a bath. And then you need to get on top of your homework, because I'm worried about your grades, you know, if you want to go to college. And then... oh, we're nearly there. We're nearly done. Come on. Come on, Iago. You got this. You got this. I believe in you. Camilla's doing fine. I suppose, did I already do her homework? Yeah, I think she finished it. Yes, school project completed. Ah, and he learned to study. Perfect, perfect. Thank goodness. Right, so let's... oh, his fun level's so low, poor thing. But, so what school project was that? I'm really curious. Oh, a medieval castle diorama. That's so cool. I guess this is fun, but we'll put that away. You know, display his work, because that's cool. That's cool. Ah, well done, Iago. And now that he just needs to get his fun level up, why don't you go play with blocks with your sister? And meanwhile, let's feed Ambrose. How's Nemo doing? He's alright. He does need potty training, but we can do that after. We can feed him, place him in the Dangle Master, and then potty train Nemo. Oh, it's non-stop. It's non-stop. The childcare. Yeah, this is our first red-headed boy. Oh, and he's got Malcolm's grey eyes. That's interesting. That's nice. I'm excited. Right, Pandora's going to get on with her homework. Excellent. These two hanging out. Aww. I love seeing the kids all getting along. I don't think we've got any that, like, hate each other yet, you know? So that's something. Right, and then Lilith's coming to look after the baby. Not the baby, the toddler. You know, let's get Nemo sorted out. Pandora's nearly caught up on her homework. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh, he's so close. Yes, perfect, perfect. Where is this dog coming from? It's so loud. Is there a wolf somewhere? No? I don't see it. But I hear it. Anyway, Pandora, Lilith, I think we do want to serve some breakfast for everyone. Oh, there's the wolf. I'm gonna have Pandora greet the wolf, because I remember way back in the day, I really felt that Pandora should be like a wolf girl. And I don't think she ever quite succeeded in making friends with any wolves, but it is just fun. So let's say hello to him. Oh, we've got a lot of bills, my goodness. Right. Sorting out some breakfast. What's Malcolm up to? Okay, he's putting his baby to bed. He's like, I'm gonna call you Malcolm. To me, you're Malcolm Jr. Don't you all start? Come sit down and wait for your food.
Yee, Jabu. Oh, Shamut Ralafu. Hobalaga. Shabatia.
Oh my god, girls, could you both calm down? You're not starving. Dudley, come downstairs and eat. I don't know what's... I feel like we didn't used to have this level of stupidity around babies. Malcolm, just leave her. Just leave him. Oh, okay, fine. What do you want to do? Okay, just put him back in the other crib. Stupid. Just idiotic. Well, his carpool's coming soon, so why don't you come downstairs and join us for family breakfast? And the school bus is here, so everyone needs to get to school already. Oh, so stressed. Oh, Tara Bato. I really want them to know each other. Let's just quickly greet her. Yeah, real quick, we're going to greet Tara, because I think she would be at school with us. Or maybe she goes to private school, I don't know. But then we'll get on the bus. Come on, everyone. Hurry, hurry. Why is Mimi always in such a bad mood? What's the matter with you? Oh well. Who isn't at school? Dudley, come on, hurry. Hurry, Dudley. Butler, get out the way. Okay, here we go. Phew. Okay, we're at school. And then we've got Malcolm's helicopter. Away we go. When's Malcolm's day off? Friday. I guess we'll have the wedding next episode. And in the meantime, for Lilith, I like the idea. She's got all these wants to be friends with these people, and these are like high society Belladonna Cove types. If she's going to be a proper wife for Malcolm, you know, I don't think Lilith is too bothered about this, but she has a popularity sim, so, you know, any excuse. We're gonna throw a party and invite all of those people over. Right, so we're not going to invite all her like old friends from whatever previous neighborhoods she's been in, but we are going to invite these kind of new friends that she doesn't even know that well yet. So we've got Samantha Cordial, Ramir Patel, Carlos Contender, and Anna Patel, I think, are the main ones that she was kind of getting along with. I don't think she really got to know them well enough. I mean, we can invite Isabel and Kimberly and Armand and see if they show up, but so this is like a good group of Belladonna Cove high society people, so let's invite them all over and yeah, for a little bit of a party. Right, and the butler does look after the kid, but not very well, so let's make sure that we're prioritizing teaching him some skills. The butler is actually so bad at childcare that it may make sense to eventually get rid of him. But okay, here's our guests, and what is happening over here? Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So Samantha, like I said, she isn't so high society, but I think she is friends with Armand. So maybe they're gonna have their own kind of parallel of Lilith and Malcolm's story. Armand. Alright, okay, interesting. Oh no, and there's more. There's more. Oh lord, okay. Everyone's having first kisses left and right. This party's going well. Oh, these two don't like each other? What is happening? And why is the party happening in Malcolm's, you know, area? Oh, I didn't realize they didn't like each other. This is going to be a nightmare to... Oh, love rivalry? Because she just kissed him. Oh no, but the sisters, they're both involved with him? What is happening here? Oh lord. This is a nightmare. We need to go intervene. This party's gonna go really wrong if we don't, whatever drama is going on in Belladonna Cove is way more interesting than Lilith making friends with Anna, unfortunately. Let's go run interference. We can work on our being friends with Carlos thing and make sure that he does not argue. This is awful. Oh, that's Mimi's homework, isn't it? Let's put that on Mimi's desk. There we go. Lovely. Right, let's try and resolve whatever the hell's going on here. Armand. I'm a little bit shocked that you're seeing both sisters, and now her face is stuck in like a permanent, oh well, not permanent, an impermanent scowl. Right, let's try and just stop these two from fighting so much. Oh, Jeff? Is it Jeff or Joff? I don't know. Jeff. Didn't realise he was here. I hope he doesn't get himself involved in this whole, like, you know, arguing with everyone situation. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Oh, okay, but this is Armand's daughter, and she's talking to Samantha, so evidently wanting to get to know her since they're romantically involved with her father. What's going on in here? Okay, this all seems very reasonable, very measured. Oh, and we're nearly friends with Carlos now, so let's finish that off. Let's tell another story about sports. See, it's taking a lot to recover the party from that fight. I want it to not be a complete snoozer. And we want to get these friendship wants fulfilled. Okay, we've done it. Right, as much as we like Carlos, we're going to focus on the babies. And hopefully the guys can just stop fighting for a minute. I didn't realise Carlos was going to be such a controversial figure in town. Okay, he's asleep anyway, that's great. There we go, there we go. Okay, Samantha and Armand are in the pool. That's good, because it means they're not going to be fighting anyone. The kids are all getting home again. Right, let's try this. Oh, no, okay. I'm desperate for these two to be friends. Okay, but that didn't go well. Oh, Lilith, she keeps putting her foot in it. Let's try and actually befriend this woman. A compliment, a chat. Maybe we can talk about music and dance. How are her needs? She's getting kind of tired, so we might have to go to bed. This party has not gone well, though. I wanted them to be friends, but the opposite is happening. We might have to just go to bed. Oh, okay. Iago just won the spelling bee. That's cute. I'll make a note of that, because that means he's kind of a brainiac, right? I like to keep notes of, like, what Sims have done what. Like, we know that Damien was taking drum lessons. They're talking about baby stuff. I guess Lilith has just had a baby, and Anna is heavily pregnant as well. Although, at least she should be. I think her clothes don't have a pregnancy morph, but, you know, she should be pregnant. So they're talking about, you know, nursery decoration, that sort of thing. I notice her want panel is all about Carlos, though. Where is Carlos? He better not be fighting again. Oh, what's going on in here? These two fancying each other. What does she want to do with Carlos? Have a pillow fight with him and pull a prank on him? We can try a prank. Although the pranks seem to not exactly go over well. Yeah, interesting. Both sisters vying for the affection of this bloody guy. I didn't expect that. Okay, let's see if we can lock in this friendship. If we can't... Okay, grades going up across the board. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, we've only got 30 seconds left. Is there any way we can save this party? Mimi, you can get to know Tara. Oh no, okay, the party's not gonna... There's no saving this. There's no saving this. Oh dear. Pandora's loving it, of course. Jeff just doesn't care. I guess this happens all the time. Oh lord. Okay, oh, okay, but the final score is not bad. The party was a success. Yeah. Oh dear, that's so funny. Okay, forget about leave Anna alone. Lilith, let's just go to bed. Alright, and we've got a lot of kids to kind of get into order. They're all really upset. They all have really low fun from doing homework, which just, it tanks their fun so badly. Iago, if you're going to go to bed, sleep in your own bed, please. Alright, the kids have all got projects and homework. They're all so unhappy. Ah, and Malcolm's home. I guess we can greet Tara. Why not? The helicopter's gonna drive me mad. It's so loud. Right, Lilith's asleep. The kids are all getting their fun levels up. Why don't you join them watching TV, Pandora? I know it's not your favourite, but the youngest two are asleep. The teens are hanging out watching some telly. Let's have Tara come join too. Malcolm is just feeling well enough that he could... Oh, except he has almost no relationship with the baby, so maybe we won't spend time with him. We'll just leave him to the... I mean, I guess we can get him a bottle, that's fine. Get him a bottle. Lilith, I noticed, even though the party's over, she still has all these wants about Carlos. And I'm gonna be a little bit spicy and just lock this one. Obviously, meeting someone new is also interesting. Popularity sims do tend to roll this a lot, so I think it makes sense in context. You know, she wants to get to know more of the neighbours and make a few friends in the area. Makes total sense, makes total sense. Yeah, I think the kids will be feeling better soon. But in the meantime, we could have Dudley work on your homework. Mimi, you need a bath. Then you can get on with your homework. And Pandora, how are you doing? Oh, has he pooed himself? Alright, well, Malcolm. Malcolm's just gonna ignore it. Okay, that's fine. Why don't have something to drink before you die? I like how once Malcolm sat down, Pandora just got up and started playing the piano. Like, she just didn't want to talk to him. Although, she seemed pretty... Okay, the butler's a fan. Love to see it. I genuinely... Oh my goodness. Wait, so, let's see here. Iago grows up tomorrow, and the kids only have 2 days before celebrating a birthday, my goodness. Yeah, with so many birthdays coming up, I am a little concerned about arranging the wedding. Oh, what are we getting? Oh, he's gonna play with the baby. That's cute. I would like... It is sweet how Malcolm seems somewhat willing to step up for these kids. You know, they're not his children. He's not like, you know, obsessed with them. Oh, not the zero relationship with Pandora. That's sad. Overall, I feel like Malcolm's been quite willing to step up and kind of care for these kids, which has been kind of cute to see. Wasn't sure what to expect from Malcolm when it came to that, but yeah, it's been nice to see. But now it is getting late. I guess he's gonna feed the baby again. Alright, but Malcolm, really, he needs to go to bed. He's already had something to eat. He's not... Oh, okay, fine. Do what you want. Lilith's asleep. Get everyone on their homework. Right, Pandora, you can do your homework. Don't know whose that is. Oh, that's Pandora's too. Great. Oh, Carmilla. Look at her.
Rabdoshka!
Aji, oh.
Oh, right when Pandora settled down to play with her, she just got up and left. That's so sad. Guess Pandora's just gonna play by herself. Iago, why don't you go join in with your sister? Then you can get your fun up enough to work on your own schoolwork. And Carmilla, you can work on this school project before you go to sleep. Nemo's fast asleep. Right, and Mimi's had enough. She's not finished her homework, but I mean, she made some progress with it. I guess you can carry on with that tomorrow. In the meantime, she's not feeling great, so... And here goes Lilith. Oh, those two. Aw, look at everyone. Actually, Dudley, do you have any chemistry with Tara here? Oh, why don't you talk to her for a minute? Just in case, just in case. I don't like the bolt he has with Pandora, but I think once her and Malcolm marry, they'll count as step-siblings anyway, and it won't really be a problem. I think. Alright, we're making some progress on the castle. But everyone else, he's asleep. She's awake. Maybe we could sort out dinner. Oh, actually, no, we don't need it, do we? Forget about that, Lilith. Just go have some salad. Right, the school project's been added to her inventory, so we could put this maybe on here. Let's see. I think this is the same one. Yeah, it's the same one that Iago has, so yeah, maybe we can just put it up here. Lovely. Perfect, perfect. And then, yeah, what's cute is she does have this want to be friends with Malcolm, and she has a want to be friends with Dudley, and those are both, I think, quite cute. I guess she's a little bit closer to being friends with Malcolm. We might even be able to do that now. Where is Malcolm? Oh, no, he's going to bed. Okay, never mind that. But I think we'll lock that, because I think that's cute. I do want her ultimately to be best friends with Georgia, but... you know, it's just nice to see her wanting to make friends with her future step family. So we'll keep those bookmarked. Locked. Speaking of which, let's check everyone else's wants real quick. I want to keep learning to talk for Nemo. I think that makes sense. Lilith. Oh, she wants to have a good reputation. I wonder if the papers would be perhaps treating Lilith quite harshly. You know, I bet the magazines are all calling her a gold digger and stuff like that. I could see that happening. So perhaps this is one of the reasons she wants to make all these friends in Belladonna Cove and meet people. You know, she wants to kind of make a good name for herself. Although, at the same time, Lilith has never struck me as someone who traditionally would care very much about her reputation. So I wonder if Malcolm is rubbing off on her a little bit in that regard. Meanwhile, Malcolm, he mostly just wants to buy a bunch of expensive stuff, but he does also have this locked want to get married to Lilith, so that's nice, that's nice. I do want them to get married. I think we'll do that next episode. I see he also has a fear of changing a diaper, which that's, you know, you've just had a baby, Malcolm. Try and get over yourself, you know. Sometimes you're going to have to change a diaper. There's not always going to be a butler to do it for you. Dudley just wants to grow up well. Oh, and he's talking to Lilith about the paranormal. And Mimi, interestingly, she doesn't have a want to go to university. I wonder if she actually won't pick doing it. Neither of these two have rolled university wants. But I'll probably send them to university with Pandora anyway, I think. But yeah, Mimi, she still has this want to befriend her dad, and it's so sad. She's very close to being friends with him. But She likes him a little bit more than he likes her, which is interesting. And then, oh, good. Thank you, Pandora. You're such a good child. She has a want to go to college, and she is going in 2 days. So, next episode, I guess, which feels way too soon. But yeah, I guess that's how it is. And Iago, very cutely, has rolled a want to call Damien to chat. And he wants to invite Pauline over, which I think might be nice to do in an episode. But calling Damien to chat is cute. In fact, we could even do that. Is he getting out of the bath or into the bath? Into the bath. But what if instead we call Damien to chat? Because I just think that's so sweet that he wants to keep in touch with him and kind of keep that brotherly relationship going. Especially since he's aging up quite soon. He grows up tomorrow. And he's got this, slight dislike of the new baby. And he doesn't like Nemo very much either. So I could see him feeling a bit like, I don't know, maybe insecure or confused about his place in the family and kind of hoping to get some advice on that. Yeah, I guess that's everyone. We've gone through the whole family. I just saw Pandora feeding the baby. Oh, he's just been left on the floor. Come on, everyone, get a grip. I guess we'll have, and we're gonna just talk. We're gonna have Lilith change the diaper, I guess, since Malcolm apparently doesn't want to do it. Which I'm not very impressed with Malcolm rolling that fear, It's just not very cool. Look at Pandora go. Lovely, well done. Right, how's the baby? We're just going to sort one out, and then we're going to dress Nemo in his everyday, then try and get him potty trained. Or has Nemo been potty trained? Yeah, he has. Oh, that's impressive. So we just need to get him talking, and then we're golden. Let's see. And maybe he could even play on the dollhouse with Mimi here. Mimi, maybe you should stop playing with the dollhouse, actually. Actually have something to eat, maybe? Or even just go to bed, honestly. Where's Pandora? Yeah, maybe put her to bed too. Is she just hanging out with Wolf? She is. Is that a werewolf? It is. Okay, Pandora, if you want to hang out with the werewolf, that's fine, If you get bitten in the future, it's on you, I guess we've already got a vampire in the family, why not a werewolf? Oh, I didn't even know who this was. That's what Dudley looks like under the hat. Okay, right. Oh, look at this, Nemo on the potty and Lilith just having a little bath next to him. That's so cute. Ah, lovely. I would like to teach Nemo to talk as well, but honestly, I think that might have to be a next episode thing as well. So right now, I think, it's 2 a.m. Most of the family are in bed, Pandora's werewolf friend notwithstanding. So I think we're going to leave it there. And next time, we'll be getting ready for the wedding. I think a few of the kids are going to be moving off to college, and Iago will be aging up to a teenager, so lots of changes in store. But for right now, we're at least settled into Belladonna Cove. Lilith's already made a few friends, which is promising. I think her and the Cordial siblings being friends is really cute, and I'm interested to see, who else she hits it off with. So in the meantime, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.
Wolflish Mranho. It's Lachitam.
Ranahano. Flamu, Vlokulpla.
Newly. Zavati Jim. Growl of Rame. Gra. Isala Ramana. Ota Plum. Frida Wazal. Approve. Lap Schwan. Twab. Havadi.
Vous voilà dans le savabo. People planinev. Tibet to sivab.
Larkin. Marahom.
Tienes tú.
Lo que ai scopani. Oh, do bon.
Bist du schon?
Agustin omla. Bogski.
Tick tick near day.
Me lo tosita.
Sagade.
What?
Look at it.
Balasita ba? What? Isuaino.
Ija, brother.
Keshama planica. Konata.
Ruben na seek wam plamanan. Rathan haru mona pudu pa pla. F raz. Huffleton tram. La from Ravaz. Oh, the Rashid. So black. Click you. Worry.
Klar. Es ist wohl du move.
Ela for nice. Oh,
Kushabalan.
Sie popole. Plan move, local plan.
Nab.
Voilà d'aller, c'est vrai. Et vous dites, voilà. Et vous?
Showroo! Oh, Papa like Ramsey Noran, Absol a Grabadad,
Aqui que plena, ça. Ouvre la hafu to the new lab. C'est bon. N'a pas de TPC. C'est bon pour elle, ça va. Ah, ça va.
Stowflay, he's a new Papa. Jabba.
Et vous êtes in la vogue encore. De là, ça pour ne la vie. À pas voir. Look, blase, blinde de Bauer letzte. Oh, warte. What? Gott, am Rotterdam.
Okay.
Oh,